Whatever your skill or passion is, you can use those things to serve God. For too long we've had the view that a full-time Christian worker is someone like me who's left their society and is a missionary in another country. That's not true. A full-time Christian worker is a Christian. It's someone who loves God with all their heart, someone who is living for God's glory now, someone who is seeking to do whatever they've got to the glory of God. And so the skills that you've got, the skills that are in your life, the talents you have, and the things that you nurture and grow in, those are the things you can use to serve God. So it's good to be excellent. It's good to really get trained, to learn the skills, and to be a lifelong learner throughout the whole of your life, to be acquiring new skills all the time. And to understand that where you are, your work is your calling. It's through your work that you honour God. It's through, your work is your worship. Work is just as sacred a calling as being a pastor. So whatever your work is, do it well, do it to God's glory. I think that's why university education is really vital, because it's in that area that you can get more skills and more training. I think that having an understanding of history is really vital in lots of ways. In missions it's vital because you need to understand the context that you're working in. It's very easy to come into a place very naively and not understand why a country is the way it is, what's happened to shape it in the past. And understanding that helps you understand the people. It also helps in terms of prayer. Very often there are things you're facing on a day-to-day level which actually have spiritual roots, which have come through history, whether that's slavery or any other number of things, and understanding the history helps you pray through those things. It's also really vital in the wider church to have an understanding of history. Where the States or Europe are at the moment, our societies have changed dramatically in the last 20 years, and if you don't understand the past 300-400 years of history, I think we really are missing so much of what's happening and the kind of massive changes in society at the moment as society becomes more secular. And really only understanding that Europe or America is the country or the continent that they are today because of their Christian heritage. Only if you understand that do I think you really understand what missions is all about. It's about discipling nations, bringing a godly worldview into a society so that society can change and be transformed. And so a missionary is not just out to save souls, they're out to influence society, to bring godly worldview into every area of society. Now, because I understand that from a historical perspective, I can look back at hundreds of years and see how society in Europe or the States changed as biblical teaching taught people, as people understood the need for healthcare, the need for education, the need for good working practices. All those sorts of things come from a biblical heritage, a biblical worldview. So understanding history I think is really vital because it helps us understand what our role is in missions today.